welcome to the FVCFFFL Fantasy Football Show.
And I got a special surprise.
Aaron and John are here.
It's only 5 minutes tonight. Normally it's midnight when we're recording
Right.
this. This is the earliest we've ever done it all season long.
Yes.
Your son has basketball. My son had volleyball.
Yeah.
We could never get together any earlier. But tonight, for some reason, everybody was home. Quiet. We could get together. So this show might actually make sense and not be horrible. Speaking of horrible, our quick question tonight is, if you could be on any game show that you could, what game show would you like to be on?
Yes. Me first?
You first.
Clearly, it would be Family Feud. It's one of my favorite shows. I don't know the rest of it. I'm making that up. That's probably not the real thing.
But everybody's clapping on the beat
right.
together.
I love the Family Feud. I think it's a fun game.
You know what I liked when they opened up the wall behind them?
When they used
and
to
the
come
whole
out,
family was
they
like,
were posing. Right.
And then they'd say their name, then they'd all come running down. Mm-hmm. That was amazing.
And I also like when they when they say, what do you do for a living? And they're like, I'm a stay-at-home mom! And they say it's like, geez, thank you for that, But it's one of my favorite shows. I think it's really funny, some of the answers you can get. We play it in youth a lot. We have fun with it.
It's very fun.
I love being the host. It's my favorite thing to do when we play that game. So, Family Feud would be mine.
Mine would be the best one of all, The Price is Right.
Yes, I can agree with that as well.
Now, here's the thing. It starts off with you have to bid on whatever thing they bring out. And one of the best things is when everybody would bid and then someone would say 801.
Yeah.
So they would be $1 over the top, or everybody would be really like, $1.
$1, Bob. Yeah.
And that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite ones on there, first of all, Plinko. Mm-hmm. Right? That's amazing. You just put it on there and just...
Yep. That's a fun one.
There was that one where you had to guess the prices of the thing, and then you could punch the paper and see if you won the card.
Yeah.
There would be like money, and then you put it up.
I liked the
card.
dice game too, where you had to go high or low. The big dice, and he would take them and stick them in that little hole.
Put it on there to see if you won. The price was like 4 digits, and it was higher or lower.
You had to say whether it was higher.
And usually it was 5 digits, and the first one was 1, so they didn't do that. The other one was the yodeling, climbing up the mountain guy. You had to guess within a certain amount and be really close, otherwise you go and then he'd fall out the end. Yeah. That was amazing.
I know, it's good stuff.
What was the other? Oh, when you do the big spin the wheel, and you had to get closest to $1. I don't know why they did $1.
I don't know either.
Everything on that show was a lot more expensive than $1, but then you'd get 75 cents on your first spin. You're like, do I spin again or do I stay?
Right.
But it was easy on the second person. They'd have to keep spinning. And then when they get $1, they would win 10 grand. Yeah. And they'd go stand in a little spot. Yes. But then the best part of all, the final showdown, where you could pick the first person who was closest and spin the wheel who had the one most. They would show the first thing. Yeah.
I'm going to bid, Bob. I'm going to pass.
Or I'm going to pass.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You should always pass.
Right. The second one was always better. Yeah. And my favorite part of the whole show. And a new car! Right?
And then the whole crowd would go
crazy. They'd go crazy.
That would be amazing. Well, speaking of crazy, let's get to the awards.
To the awards!
Now, here's the thing. This is our very last video of the year because we're going to do a live show. Everybody get together for our award ceremony, having fun. So keep an eye out. We'll be talking to you about a time, place, and date, probably at my house.
Okay.
Because we're going to do the other one at your house.
Yeah,
or we're doing both at your house.
We'll figure it out. We'll let everybody know.
And then we're also, later on in the show, going to do a playoff preview, so make sure you're here for that. But our first award is what we're calling, it's a brand new award.
Yes.
It's called the Too Little, Too Late. And this award goes to a team who's been doing amazingly well in the playoffs. They just didn't happen to make the championship playoffs. They did a great job, and they've been winning lots of games, winning tons of. I saw this guy today. He told me he's been doing an amazing job, and it goes to Camps 1. Dave Camps.
Dave Camps pulled off a W in the consolation bracket. 122.02 points. He finally showed up. His team finally showed up. Where was this the rest of the season? Russell Wilson, 19 points. David Johnson, 17 points.
That was the problem at the beginning of the year because David Johnson didn't do anything.
Wilson was bad too. Tariq Cohen, almost 12 points. Michael Thomas, only 9. Stephen Diggs, 14, which is okay for him. Jared Cook, not great. But Derrick Henry, 30.7 points.
I got to show you something that I learned.
Okay.
I learned just this year and I celebrated this yesterday.
What are we doing?
You guys stand up with me.
Why am I?
I gotta teach you a dance move.
I'm not dancing.
Come on, it's very easy. Even you, if I can learn this, you can learn this.
What are we doing?
Because whenever Stefan Diggs does something really good, he does a special celebration.
Okay.
Put your hand on your stomach, put your arm on the side, and you just shake your hips. It's the Diggs.
That's what he does?
That's what he does. It's amazing.
Have you ever seen that part in Naked Gun where he's doing Strike one?
Strike?
That was one of my favorite parts.
Anything in Naked Gun is almost really hilarious. Yeah. Because isn't the Queen of England at the baseball game or something like that?
Right. Why she's at
Anyways,
the game,
were you done talking about Dave, or you had more? I kind of interrupted
kind of there. We got
Diggs.
everybody, but everybody had a great week. Derrick Henry, 30.74 points, and the Redskins defense had 14 points.
And
so,
Dave
great win.
Dave is going to be in the consolation championship.
That's correct.
But Dave, you did a great job continuing with it, staying with it this whole time.
The next award is the Juggernaut Award.
You want to know who I am? Juggernaut.
Hello, we've got a special interview. Everyone say hi to Isaac, but we're interviewing Judah for a second.
So the FVCFFFL here.
And it's a championship week, and it is you versus Jason Beck. But here's the thing. Judah is here because Jason didn't make it to the draft, and Judah drafted his team. Judah, what do you have to say for yourself? Number one, I hate you because you helped Jason, and I taught you too well.
Yeah.
So it's all your fault. I'm not in the championship. But
I'd like to say you have not taught me much, seeing that you drafted 2 wide receivers with your first draft, and I drafted running backs instead, and let's see how that turned out.
Here's the thing. There were 8 running backs taken before my pick.
And there are plenty of running backs left.
It doesn't matter. You
Whatever.
Go running back.
So, Judah, what was the key to your draft when you remember way back at Pizza Ranch when you drafted for Jason?
I remember just lower picks, just swinging for the fences and not necessarily taking it safe. I remember at one point I had the options of Larry Fitzgerald or Amari Cooper, and it seemed like Larry Fitzgerald was the way to go, but I just went with Amari Cooper.
Did you really draft Amari Cooper?
Yep.
Because Amari Cooper, who kicked me out of the playoffs.
He's had him all year. Yeah.
I thought he picked him up off waivers.
Not that I know of.
You're a jerk.
I just know Ryan Thomas going, Larry Fitzgerald in the 5th round.
Yeah, I remember
a steal.
that. Yeah. And I was angry that I didn't get him, but I'm glad I didn't because he's been terrible.
All right, Judah, what do you have to say to the rest of the league or to Jason or anybody? What do you got to say?
I wish Jason good luck. I know he doesn't need it because he's going to win anyways.
I don't wish Jason good luck.
But I do know that you don't win at the draft, so I played part of it, but it was you going through the season. I'm sure making a lot of transactions too, setting up lineups and everything, so majority
Why
of
are you being gracious right now?
Right,
when you're at home, you're like totally trashing
I just
all
want
the
to get
time.
my name and asterisks on the trophy.
That's what I was going to say. If Jason wins, we're actually going to give the trophy to Judah.
We're going to switch on
to Jason, and we're going to change the name
I
of the
don't
team.
think that's going to work.
Because that's what Jeremiah and I agreed, is that this is Not right.
You said you were
we were
communicating
texting
last night. What were you guys talking
and
about?
And we said that Jason, if Jason wins, it has to be both names on the trophy. It can't just be Jason.
It could be Jason's full name and then parentheses just put JDS.
Yes.
That's all I need. All I need.
What is? Oh, I was gonna say, what if Jason's initials were the same as yours, except for he's Jason Beck?
Yeah, right.
So.
Anyways,
it could be JBJD.
Yes, JBJD. The team, JBJD.
So next year, Judah is banned from being at the draft.
Right, he can't be in the men's league.
And then
what
we did in the youth league for when people didn't show up, we just took whoever the next highest rank is. So
that's correct.
No more help, Jason, you big jerk, especially if you win.
You got to draft your own team next year. And we all know that goes poorly.
If you ever need my insight, though, I'm here for you.
Especially your second year. The first year you get some beginner's luck, but the second year
Isaac, what message do you have for all the guys in the man's league?
I don't know.
Well, that's profound.
That's why he's in the youth league.
That's why he's in the youth league.
He's a 7th grader, but he's playing for 3rd place.
Hey, you guys are too advanced for me. I just can't handle
okay.
it.
All right.
Some of us are advanced. Some aren't. Anyways, see you later.
Good luck.
Juggernaut.
And it also goes
everybody wants to get the Juggernaut, and it is a combination award between the Juggernaut and the Stud, which is the Juggerstod award, and it goes to Jason Beck for the 2nd week in a row, right?
Jason, yeah, I think it is.
Holy cow.
Here's the problem with Jason. You know how David peaked just a little too late?
Yes.
Jason is peaking at the
exactly the right time. Yeah.
This is what his team did. DeAndre Hopkins, 35 points. Joe Mixon, 25 points. This is how much of a juggernaut Jason is.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
He's
Jason. Such a big juggernaut. And you see I got him baking.
Yeah.
And he's got this little, what is that called? A roller?
He looks very unthreatening.
But here's the thing. No, here's the thing. Just get back up there. He is, no, not that close, right there. He's going to roll over the rest of our teams.
Okay.
And he's going to take that roller and hit us upside the head with it when he wins the championship.
Nothing stops me! I'm raw power!
Well,
I'm not going to say who he's playing against, but I'm just letting you all know
Jason
he's going to slaughter him.
doesn't seem like he would do that.
His kicker, this is how good his team... he might. For the championship.
Maybe.
His kicker got 18 points. His defense got 17 points. He got 35 points from his kicker and defense.
Wow.
Elijah McGuire, he picked up.
What defense
He started
was
him
it?
to Titans.
Elijah
McGuire got 13 points. Antonio Brown, who's supposed to be amazing this whole year, got him 13 points. He had Andrew Luck, who only got 9.68 points. Imagine if he had actually done very well. But here's the other thing. He left 2 amazing players on his bench. Marlon Mack got 26, and Jamal Williams got 17.7.
Wow.
That's almost a double.
Wow.
Whoops-a-daisy.
I know, yeah.
Should we do that? Do you want to give him the whoops-a-daisy?
Whoops-a-daisy!
We can give him an honorary
a double
whoops-a-daisy
whoops-a-daisy.
award, yeah.
Because if he had started those guys, he'd had a ton more points.
Yeah.
I think Jason's unstoppable. He's like this roller. He's going to roll over whoever he plays in the championship.
Good work, Jason.
Whoever
Congratulations on your
Which
jugger
unfortunately leads us to our next award, which is the biggest loser. That goes to the team who scored a ton of points and should have won or could have beaten anybody else, but they ended up losing.
I just thought I'd drop by and congratulate you on your victory by disqualification today.
And the biggest loser goes to Run Camara Run, Jeremy Strike.
So Jeremy ran into the Juggernaut.
I ran into the Juggernaut last week. It hurts.
And Jeremy had several Juggernauts in the beginning part of the season. Again, had a decent week, 121.3 points. Roethlisberger with 13, Kamara with 20. Justin Jackson had a good week, 16 points. Edelman, 12.5 points. Schuster killed him a little bit, 6 points from him. Kelsey didn't have his typical Kelsey week, 9.6 points. But Damian Williams with the gutsy start, or the surprise of the week, 27.3 points for Damian Williams.
A lot of points.
Mason Crosby had 9 and the Bears had 8. So good week from most of his players. Just didn't have enough to get past the Juggernaut.
Yeah. Juggernaut.
And,
the Jugger Stud.
The Jugger Stud.
Studder Jug.
So next we're going to do a brief playoff preview, and
we're
John
not.
is going to cover that.
Are we doing that here or are we doing that here?
We're doing it here.
Oh, okay. Well, here's our playoff preview. First of all, in the consolation round, which we were already talking about, it's Dave versus Dave in a rivalry game. Dave Smith versus Dave
David
Camps.
and Goliath.
Badgers versus Camps 1 for the championship of consolation to get into 7th place. And then the battle for 9th, so that they don't end up in last, is Ryan versus Rick in need of style versus Beamer, Bentley, or Wentz.
Yes.
Beamer, Wentz, and Bentley?
Beamer, Wentz, or Bentley.
Anyway, hopefully one of them plays well so they don't have to have the whole year being the worst team. But then that leads us to the championship playoff games. And the battle for 5th place is me versus Andy Polda is Frosted Blakes versus You Like That's. Now here's the thing. Remember, this whole year I've been in the toilet. My team has been horrible. We're going to get to that a little bit later about being in the toilet. But I have scratched and clawed my way to the championship playoffs. Unfortunately, I lost in the first round. But if I win this game, I'll finish in 5th place.
Yeah.
In the top half, I'll be a winning team, and that's what's going to happen when I play Andy and destroy him.
Yes.
But then in the 3rd place, this is the top 4, the consolation championship, champion of the consolation, whatever you want to call it. It's Jeremy versus Jeremiah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they were twins.
Yes. It's Dave and Dave and Jeremy and Jeremy.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, I mean,
anyways, it's Ron Kamara Ryan versus Medium Husky, and it's going to be a battle for the ages. Now, Jeremiah didn't have the best score, but he has had some pretty good scores.
We'll get to that later. We're going to talk about that.
But our championship.
That's correct. This is what we need
for the entire season. Number 1 game.
That's right.
Now, this has been flexed into the Sunday night matchup. You know how they have Saturday games, Thursday games, Sunday games. They put the best game on Sunday night. What they think is the best. It is Saquon United versus Jason
Hooked on a Thielen
versus Jason Beck. Now here's the thing. Jason Beck is going to totally destroy you. Do you realize that?
He's not going to destroy
He's got 150 or better the last 2 weeks.
My team has been saving themselves for this week.
Like Adam Thielen has been saying.
Yes. He's not wanted to overdo it.
Because he's got to get 50 points
he's
this week
not wanted
or 60.
to overdo it. So this week, my team is showing up again.
I don't think it's going to happen. Where's that picture of Jason? So this is Jason versus Aaron this week. So this is Jason, and here is Aaron. He's the doe about to get rolled over. That's exactly what's going to happen. Anyways, let's get back to our awards. And
back to the awards.
Aaron,
the next award is mine.
Praise the Lord.
My award is the Left Me Hanging Award. Which goes to the team whose players just left him hanging, did not show up. And unfortunately, in the playoff week, the semifinals, it goes to Medium Husky Jeremiah for a miss by his team.
This is where Jeremiah's team did well. Deshaun Watson, 22. Chris Carson, 25. So you would think he'd have an amazing week.
Yes.
But those were the only 2 players who got him double-digit points. Michael Thomas, 8 points. Saquon Barkley, 7 points. Tyreek Hill, 6 points. Cameron Brate, 1 point.
Ouch.
Those guys just
left him hanging.
Waiting for somebody to... No one high five. But here's the other thing. Jeremiah kind of left his team hanging a little bit too. He started Jeff Wilson at running back when Matt Breida was playing.
Yes.
So Jeff Wilson wasn't going to get many points anyway.
Yep.
He got 2 points.
Yep.
And then he picked up the Saints defense off of waivers to play against Carolina.
Yes.
And proceeded to leave them on the bench.
Yep.
And the Saints defense got 12 points on his bench. I don't even know who he started at defense, but it was like low single digits or something like that. So Jeremiah kind of left his team hanging too. So it's kind of a double left me hanging on both sides of the edge.
If he would have played the Saints defense, he would have won.
Oh, ouch. Sorry, Jeremiah.
So
I'm not really sorry though.
Rough week.
I wish you both would have lost. But that leads us to our next award. Jeremiah's opponent was Aaron Schultz, who got the Praise the Lord award because he eked out a victory, like he just said, and he started a different defense. And Jeremiah started almost a different anybody. Aaron would have lost.
Wow.
And not been in the championship, and Jeremiah would be in the championship. Good job.
What a week to
Praise
have.
the Lord, Aaron.
A terrible week. I mean, Jeremiah and I texted a little bit. I mean, what a battle of the Titans. The winning score was 81.2 points compared to 79-something for Jeremiah. Just an awful week for both of us. I mean, my team, Drew Brees really had a bad week, 5.9 points. Todd Gurley actually did have a good week. He's the only reason I won. 29.4 points for Gurley. Sony Michel had a bad week, 6 points. Adam Thielen, 2.9 points. Landry, 5.2. Gronk, 3.1. Tyler Boyd had 11.8.
Here's the
he only
thing.
played
I had more
quarters.
points than both of you.
I know, yes. So did Jeremy, who was in the other bracket. And, Vikings
and you get to go to the
13 points,
championship
but,
game when you had a horrible week like that.
I mean, you can only play the team that's in front of you. And
you can only praise the Lord.
wow,
It
was I glad
miraculous.
that I pulled that one off. I mean, I was watching that last game because, again, the same thing happened in the youth league where the two teams were playing and they had players on the same team
And Monday night.
with their final game on Monday night. And in this case, it was me and Jeremiah. I had Drew Brees and he had Michael Thomas. And he needed Michael Thomas to outscore Drew Brees by more than 5 points, and he didn't do it. It was so close. It was terrible watching that game. But praise the Lord that I still won. I'll take it.
I'm not
the next
praising the Lord
award
for that.
is it's kind of a dual award. It's the Double Caboose Award. It goes to two teams who, beyond all statistical probability, tied for the Caboose Award.
They got
And
the same amount of points.
The same exact score, and it is Rick, No More Style, and Ryan, in need of style, and Ryan, Beamer, Windsor, Bentley, both of them getting the Caboose Award.
They each got 69.86 points.
69.86.
So
How do
within
you both get
A
69.86?
100th of a point, the same amount of points.
Wow.
Let's run it down. Ryan's team, Jordan Howard got 14.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady got 13.
Yeah, those are
Robert
okay.
Woods got... No, Tom Brady should get more than 13
Howard
points.
was okay. 14
Well,
points
that's what
for
you
Howard
expect
was
from
okay.
Howard this
Yeah.
year, but he should still be doing better
Right.
as a starting running back. Robert Woods, 13, kind of helped. Fitzgerald got 12.
Yeah.
So all low teens for his best players. Here's his defense got 7. Deion Lewis, running back, got 6.
Yeah.
Goskowski, his kicker, got 4.
Yeah.
Eric Ebron got 1.3, but here's the kick in the head. This is great, right?
Yeah.
Keenan Allen is probably his best player. Goes
Yeah.
and gets injured and gets 0 points. So he gets an
0.
honorary bust award for
Yes.
Ryan. But here's what happened. So Ryan, caboose. But you're not there alone this
Yeah.
time. And you've got a partner, and Rick doesn't have to feel so bad either because he's there with Ryan. And Rick had Devontae Adams got 19, and Aaron Rodgers got 13. Ezekiel Elliott got 14. So only had
Okay.
4 players.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 players with teens, where Ryan had 4 players in the teens or something like that. But here's the thing. Adam Humphries, as receiver, got
Yeah.
4. Doug Martin got 4. He had Chris Godwin got 0.
Ouch.
And then Austin Hooper's tight end got 0. So he got a double
bust.
award. So there's 3 busts between
Ouch.
these 2 awards, and they each got a
Caboose. Wow.
the double caboose award. I never thought I'd live to see the day.
Yeah, that is so strange.
Can you imagine there being a double juggernaut? It's like it
That'd be
just
amazing,
would
yeah.
not ever happen. Anyway, speaking of not ever happening, our next award is the Seesaw Award because I'm never going to get on a seesaw.
I don't know how that.
Can you foresee yourself ever getting on a seesaw ever again in your life?
Probably not.
They're like illegal
I didn't know
now.
where you were going with that.
You got to trust the process, man.
Anyway.
I know where I'm going.
Anyway.
The Seesaw Award goes to a team who had players who were playing good and playing bad,
Yes.
and it goes to Frosted Blake's Andy Polda.
Andy Polda was on bye this week, thankfully. He only scored 83.52 points. Pat Mahomes did his thing, 18 points, but David Njoku only had 4.5. And Nick Chubb had 11. Okay, But TJ Yeldon, 1.6 points. Gus Edwards, 17.4 points. Lotz, the kicker, 6 points. Mike Evans, 15.1 points. Rams defense, 1 point. And then Brandon Cooks, 8.9 points. So he had a lot of up and down there. Didn't have a great total, but thankfully he's on bye. And maybe he comes back this week in the playoffs. Is he playing you? You and him are playing in the
playing
playoffs.
for 5th place. I want
here
him to
it
be
comes.
6 in the lower half and me to go up.
Yes.
I'm going to eat me some Frosted Blakes.
Yeah, exactly. So the next award is a new award specifically.
Blake Bortles isn't even playing anymore. That's how bad his team is.
Right, I know.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's bad. And Fournette's been terrible too. But so this next award is a new award specifically for this, and it is the French Turd Award. And this
Also
award,
known as the Total Crap
right,
Award.
Right, the Total Crap Award goes
because I got Jack Squat
Right.
from my team.
Jack Squat!
And the award goes to John this week
Can we-
for some really rough players.
Can we call it the Jack Squad Award?
We could
too?
call it the Jack
It could be
Squad.
a triple French
It could be
Turd
a
Total Crap Jack Squad Award.
the Total Crap French Turd Jack Squad Award goes to John.
So I had 2 players who actually did something. Matt Ryan got me 25 points, and Christian McCaffrey got me 22.
Yes.
Other than that, my team was absolute garbage and filth and belongs in the toilet. My kicker, I guess, got 11.
Wow.
But if he's my 3rd highest scorer, I'm
That's
not in
rough.
good shape.
Yep.
I had my tight end, Vance McDonald, got me 8. Philip Lindsay got me 6. Good thing I was on bye. I had Sterling Shepard in my lineup as a receiver because Odell's out.
Yep.
He got me 4.
Yep.
And Josh Gordon, who's supposed to be this amazing guy,
Yep.
got traded to the Patriots. 2 points.
Yep.
So my middle of the pack of my team is 8, 6, 4, 2 points.
Yep.
It was horrible. I had a horrible team.
Rough week.
I'm glad I was on bye, but this week I'm playing Andy, and I'm coming for you, Andy. I'm going to finish in the top. Here's the next one. This is a brand new award. We got a lot of brand new stuff going on, and this is a specific award going to a specific player because this award totally fits their personality and who they are as a human being. It is the Bully Award, and this goes to a person who's just bullying people around, not only in fantasy, but in real life, and it goes to Pack of Badgers, Dave Smith.
Dave Smith pulled off the big win versus Ryan this week. He posted 112.24 points versus Ryan's 65 or whatever that was. Just bullied him.
Your own size.
Just bullied him, picked
But
on
here's
him,
the
and,
thing.
and laughed
Wait.
at him when he rubbed his face in the
I
dirt.
just thought of something. Ryan just joined the National Guard.
Well,
So
you
next
know,
time Ryan comes around and sees Dave, he could probably
he
kick
could.
his tail up and down
But
the
anyway,
street.
Dave had a really good week.
Bully.
Started Lamar Jackson, 17 points.
I'm calling
Dalvin
the principal
Cook,
on you.
welcome back, Dalvin Cook.
Welcome
29.8 points for Dalvin Cook. Had a bit of a goose with Aaron Jones, only 0.8 points. But then Julio Jones, 17. Kenny Galladay, welcome back. 19.1 points for Kenny Galladay. Zach Ertz, only 3.7. Kenyon Drake, only 5. But McManus had 10 points, and the Jags had 10 points. So, all in all, a good week by Dave. Just bullied Ryan. Showed him who was boss. And that is all we got for this week.
This is all we have for this season because we can't make any more videos
This is the
because
last
we've
one for the
lost all
season.
our creativity and energy.
Yep, that's all we got.
Watch out for the live show.
Yes, we'll let you know when the live show is
Tell
going
us
to be.
what is your favorite game show you wish you could ever be on.
Yes, indeed.
I would never be on Jeopardy because I would
Have a
lose.
good night. Next time.